The doorway is just to the right of that advertisement for W.B. Mason where it says since 1898. Just to the right of 1898 are the words at bat. If you look between 1898 and at bat, you can barely make out the outline of that one and only doorway into the left field wall. If they want to watch the game from in there, go back to the words at bat. Between the words at bat and ball, between ball and strike, if you see those tiny black lines, those are 1 inch high, 1 foot wide eye slits. Conveniently enough, they are not at eye level. So they have to scrunch over the entire game. There's no heat, air conditioning, or running water inside the wall. So let's call it 1934 working conditions. And no matter how gross I've just made it sound, you promise me if you ever get the chance to go inside there, you go. Because the autographs of every Major League Baseball player that's ever been privileged enough to call themselves a professional and play here at Fenway Park have written their names as autographs on the concrete walls inside our left field scoreboard. This makes the 80th year that that's been going on. If you think about that, that's every Red Sox, all the visitors, all-star games, World Series, the Boston Bruins and Philadelphia Flyers who played a hockey game out here. We've had 2 professional European soccer matches out here the last couple of years, including Liverpool, which is also owned by the Boston Red Sox. All the concerts, all those performers that have played here at Fenway Park, going back to the new kids, they even let them sign the inside of the wall, which again, I totally disagree with, but you let them do it anyway. A couple summers ago, I'm giving a tour to a much smaller group than this. It was me, a 13-year-old boy, and his dad. His dad was the club president for the Los Angeles Angels. So we took a small private tour and included inside the scoreboard during Angels batting practice. I turned around and they're both gone because like every other 13-year-old boy in the world, he wanted to run around on the field during VP. So I'm in there all by myself. Of course I'm going to autograph the wall. I've been waiting years for this. It took me like 4 years to get inside there all by myself. Problem is that after almost 80 years, there's not a lot of good real estate left. Oh, yeah, so I did the next best thing. I just crossed out A-Rod's name. See, it doesn't matter where you're from. Everybody likes that. So it is a pretty cool place if you ever get to go inside there. They'll promise me that you do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take one more walk, or actually sort of like a walk and a half. We're going to end up on top of the Cumberland Farms deck, which is to your right. I kind of consider it my own personal back deck here at Fenway Park. Like if we had a grill and a cooler, we could spend a couple of weeks out there and we'd be fine. I'll tell you one more story about our Green Monster scoreboard because there's a hidden secret coded message right inside of right on top of the wall, and you can see it from here, but I'll show it to you from outside so the other half of the group can come in behind us. And then we're going to finish by walking across that Budweiser right field roof deck. I'm going to show you the most famous seat here at Fenway Park. You can see it from here. I'll just give you a vantage point from here and then we'll see it again. If you look out in the bleachers, there's a giant advertisement for Ford in the back. If you find the letter O in Ford and come down about 12 rows, can you see that one red chair out there? Take a look at just how far that is, because when we get out there, I'll tell you the story about the red seat. We're going to come out the press box the same way we came in, if you don't mind following me out towards the Cumberland Farm. See the red chair directly.
I'm sorry. Come on, baby. There are people behind you.
Should we go?
Yep.
no shit. Wow. Looks like we're doing photos. Sure.
So come on down, everybody. Welcome to my best deck.
There's that red seat everybody was talking about. I used to take a tour here, and they took it to the field. I don't think they do that anymore. Which is weird. I mean, there's a wedding going on over there.
Alright, so come on out, everybody. As long as you can see the left field scoreboard, the brief story I'll share for you from here is visible to you, especially right here in the middle of the day. By the way, in case you're curious, yes, that is an actual wedding going on right now, or at least the photos before or after the wedding. We have weddings and private parties and 30th birthday parties here all the time. Bar mitzvahs, corporate functions, always going on here. In the middle of the wall. Middle of the wall is a giant advertisement for Covidian. Beneath Covidian, you'll see the words American League. I need you to find the letter N in American. Pretty good so far? Beneath the letter N in American is a white vertical stripe that goes all the way to the ground. But if you look carefully, it's not solid white. If you look about 20 feet to the left, that next white vertical line is also not solid white. Done on purpose. Those are dots and dashes. International Morse code. The line on the left says T-A-Y for Thomas Austin Yawkey. The line on the right under the end American says J-R-Y for his wife, Jean Remington Yawkey. They owned the club from 1934 all the way up to Mr. Yawkey's passing in the 1970s and Mrs. Yawkey's passing in the 1990s. When they passed on, they asked us to remember them here at Fenway Park. We do so rather subtly, but intensely publicly, the most photographed, iconic image of this ballpark, and we did it in